see if I can go ahead and get this video straight while you guys come on in the building. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, coulda went anywhere. Fact you came here, I appreciate you. Let's get that open a little more. See how that's faring? Just a little more. How that's faring? Because I gotta do this with the camera backwards now, so that you guys can see. And the hell with me. All right, so let's see if that's going to work. Try to lift that up a little bit about right there. And you guys will let me know if that's fairing us today for the show. Okay, I'm going to need to know in the chat. I would really appreciate you if you would let me know if you can hear me, as well as how we looking over there. Thank you, guys. Two things. Can you hear me? And how are we looking? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so I gotta check myself. Nobody's telling me. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Y'all like, whatever, Bugatti. You'll figure it out. We were just coming in the building. Looking good, loud and clear, loud and clear. Tiffany, thank you so much. Slightly to the left, we can hear you. Oh, we got a neat freak in here like me. Oh, you know I love the neat freaks. I think we're gonna have to go with that right there because yeah, I don't want to mess nothing up. Maybe I could get it. What if I just OD like this? I had to go for it. The full gusto. Had to go for it, guys. Let me know how we looking. We got the whole screen in now. Let me know, you guys. I would like to get started. I'm going to be very nice and just stand here and smile until you guys tell me how we look. Good morning, guys. How's the camera? A wee bit crooked. I think we might have to go with what we getting right now, guys. I think we got to take what we get. Yeah, I think we got to take what we get right now. But I think you guys, trying to see if I can get this screen over here open because this is the only way I'm able to see myself now. We open up a little bit earlier now so that I can get this screen correct, and it's all for you. Just to make sure that you guys can see the lettering now and make sure that everybody's good. Okay, you're good. Thank you so much, South. Thank you so much, Sam Champion. Sam Champion, are you actually? Have you ever like been a news reporter before? Because you know where that name come from, right? I know where that name come from. I've been in news for a while. I actually respect newscasters. I'm from New York. Remember that. But Sam Champion is actually the name of a very famous newscaster, a weatherman or something like that. But guess what? You know what I'm ready to do, right? I need to say what? Thank the Lord for my people. Thank the Lord for my co-hosts as well as the family members and everybody that are here. Want to just say yes. I want to pray for every single person that's here in the chat, everybody that's coming in, everybody that's getting settled, everybody here. Want to pray for good health, a fantastic show. Help me to be on point, non-biased and not on one side of anyone, but just straight shooter and really make sure that I get this news out here because we got a good show lined up for you guys today. Who I want to pray for, Casey. We see Sam Champion up in the building, also Batty Lynn. I see who's that right there, Terry. We've got Brian, I see Casey, Sam Champion, Terry. Okay, Liberty and Justice, we're going to give you a shout out. As well as who else we got to give a shout out to? Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about, what's his name? Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker. Got to remember everybody that's not here that's probably going to be popping in. Also, Miss Swanza. You know, she already always represents for the show. And Tiffany as well. Kendra Walker. As many people as I can remember right there, you guys. Amen. And guess what it's time to do? Woo! We ready to go, you guys. I see we got it up in the back. We straight. I hope we got that up. Yeah, I'm going to run with that right there. I'm going to run with it. Can't be perfect, but we can do our best. That's what we're going with right now. So let's go, you guys. Let me see. Yeah, it could be a little bit more to the whatever, but you know what? Whatever. Let's go for it. That would be nice to have it perfectly in pocket, but I messed around and moved it and messed the audio up. Ain't doing that this morning. How you guys like the suit? We got the nice wine piece on today. Okay, hope you guys appreciate that. Give your boy a like for the suit. Y'all ready to go? Because guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Y'all ready? Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. I'm feeling good now. Got my visual straight. All right, you ready? I'll give you one more wine. Olay. Don't play. That's right, y'all. Let's go. Y'all know what we got to do, right? Y'all know what we got to do. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. Let me make sure I got all the lights right. Make sure you guys can see me. Make sure you guys can hear me. We got to open up those pores. Because y'all ain't going to believe where we're going today. Open up, down, down. That's right, y'all. Open up those pores. Make sure I ain't mess nothing up. I just hit the camera. Open up those pores. Dabba 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 dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. There we go on there. Dum 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 dum. Waistline. 369, damn she fine. Happy to let me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall. To the sweat drop down and fall. Oh, you females ball. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, 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 ski. To the window, to the wall. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna say the other one. Nah, I ain't trying to mess with that early. It's too early to get the circle. Y'all know what we trying to do, right? We gotta turn it up. It's time to get into it. It's Tuesday, y'all. If pump that beat. It's Tuesday the 6th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, y'all. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I bet somebody was over there like, he's gonna say it, he's gonna say it. Wait any minute, he's gonna say skeet skeet. No, I was not. I had to actually really go look at the clean version on YouTube. That's right. It doesn't say the sweat drops down my You guys can type it in there. It says, till the sweat drops down and falls. That's right, you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. This is Our Bottom Line. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let's get into some trending topics. Let's get into some current events. Let's get into some antics from your boy, because you know I just love being here every day with you guys. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and if it's 6 o'clock, you know where we at. We at Our Bottom Line, #1 show on YouTube. Why? Because we said so, and we turn up until we're done. That's what the Our Bottom Line is about. Yes, I want to give some shout outs to all of the friends that's in the building. Hope you guys having a fantastic morning. That's right. Smile, be happy. We made it to another year, and it's our anniversary. Yeah, anniversary. And I only made plans to hold our little hand. It's our anniversary. That's right, you guys. 1 entire year around the sun for Our Bottom Line. On the 11th, we'll really make it official. 5 more days until it really goes there. Yes, the first was the day we started vlogging and we started the show, but we actually named it the correct way on the 11th. And you know when? That's when who came into office? Yes. Saw a bunch of titles. Everything from there was reflective to Trump. But now, as we've grown and as we've gotten into the new year, your boy is sliding into the heading. You see me every day. You know why? Because I bust my butt and I deserve to be there. So that's why you see me every day in the thumbnail, as well as different headings, different types of topics, and we're going to see a whole lot of changes this year. We got real interviews coming up. We got real audio. We have real reverse text where you can now read along and really get it in. Hope you guys are ready, because we're about to have a fantastic year. And guess what that means? Time for me to shut up. Time for me to get busy, because guess what? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time and let you guys do me. I'm gonna ask you guys to do me a favor. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on point, and let's keep on balance, you guys. Because if you tell me where you're chiming in from and what time it is, it really helps me to find more information from where you are, so I can keep on making the show very relevant. I love when I put up a title and somebody's like, "Hey, I live right down the street from there. Didn't even know that was going on." It lets me know that I'm putting my work in. I try to make sure we be on top of these stories so that you and I know what's going on. That's why we ask for the likes. We're trying to grow the show. We're on almost at 70,000 subscribers. Today or tomorrow we'll hit 62, but you know how we are. We look the long way. Guess what? It's time for me to shut up. It's time for me to get to work, because guess what? Let's get into these titles. Let's get into these titles already, you guys, which I do not have to reverse anymore. What do we have going on here? We've got captured. We've got, what does Nicholas Maduro's arrest mean for Venezuela? We're going to get into it, you guys. We're going to see what everyone's talking about, from the Democrats to the Republicans to the independents. I'd like to know what you guys think about this. And I'm really going to be reading these comments today, because this is very important to me. What do you guys think about the Nicholas Maduro and Venezuela situation? I don't care. That's one answer. Another one could be, well, I think that they're going to be trying to take that oil. Ooh, I know some people are going to say that. Or another thing could be, it's a good thing for the country. Anything. I don't know what you guys are going to say. Whatever you guys have to say, I'd love to know your take on it, because I'm going to go over there and read it, and I'm going to be reciting it. Let's keep on moving forward, because what else do we have? Uh-oh, we've got Tampon Tim Walz, allegedly, decides he will not be running for re-election. Now, that's the truth. The allegedly was for the tampon part. I don't know who put that in the heading. Someone needs to be talked to. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, what do we have going on over here? We have the reporter who knew Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She speaks out. We got that plus a bunch more stories, you guys. I hope you guys are ready. It's time to get the ball rolling. It's Our Bottom Line. Let's go. Let me stop talking. It's had enough speech. We opened up the show very good. Hope you guys can hear everything very well, because of course, we got to get into some gaggle with the President Trump, as he speaks about Greenland. Is he pressuring other places, other countries, telling them to watch out because we're coming? I don't know. You guys tell me about that as well. Let's get into it, you guys. What's going on with Greenland and all these other questions?
And on Greenland,
On Greenland now?
yeah, on
How
Greenland.
did we come up to Greenland?
So, do you expect to take an action against Greenland?
Well, I don't want to talk about Greenland. Let's talk about Venezuela, Russia, Ukraine. We'll worry about Greenland in about 2 months. Let's talk about Greenland in 20 days.
On Venezuela, we talked so much about energy.
By the way, I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you. You know what Denmark did recently to boost up security in Greenland? They added one more dog sled. It's true. They thought that was a great move.
What would the justification be for a claim to Greenland? What would the justification?
Oh, I don't want to talk about Greenland now. I just say this. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And the European Union needs us to have it. And they know that.
I think there's some concern that the operation in Venezuela will affect your relationship with Xi Jinping in China.
No, I don't think so.
Do you think your relationship with what happened in Venezuela is going to do you think that what happened in Venezuela will affect your relationship with Xi Jinping from what happened in Venezuela?
A very good relationship. We have the power of tariffs and he has other powers on us.
Are you still planning to travel to see him in April?
Yeah, I'll be going in April.
I think there's some confusion from Americans and maybe the community, even the world, when it comes to what you said about Rodriguez earlier today in a phone
Why?
interview. You said that she would face the same fate, if not worse, than
Worse.
Maduro. But it sounds like you're talking to her on the phone and wanting to work
Not
with
me,
her.
my people are just
And
the
you
same thing.
are considering her in power. Can you just clarify where you stand on Delcy Rodriguez
I
right
don't,
now
have
being
to
in
I don't
power?
have to tell you. I just say that she will face a situation probably worse than Maduro. Because, Maduro gave up immediately.
So she could also
He raised his hand, he gave up. And he did the right thing, but he gave up. So we were so effective, and it was so fast and violent. It was very violent, but we were so effective, he raised his hands, he gave up.
All right, you guys.
On Greenland.
Speaking of Maduro and speaking of him, let's see what's going on with them bringing him into where? That's right. He's in New York. And good luck, Maduro, because all of us have been trying to make it in a city that never sleeps. Oh boy, if you can get up out of this one, I don't know what they're going to be able to call you, but let's keep on moving forward, yes, because Maduro heads to New York City courtroom. I don't think there's going to be any speech about this, but this is the same thing that we get when I go down there, people with cameras and stuff like that. Just understand, this is the same federal building that you saw who in? That's right. Diddy, that's the same building right there.
Taking us back out to another image that we have here, trying to see, I do believe that could be Nicholas Maduro that you see being led back there, but we're not entirely sure.
No, what I'm seeing right here, what I think I'm seeing the wife right here, because I think I see a little remnants of a bun or a hair bun in the back, and she's walking a little different, even though she may have these big, thick clothes on. This one here definitely is Maduro. It's being brought into court.
Camera is really far, so we're just going to keep this live image up here on your screen. But there you can see that military members, law enforcement agents are directing what looks to be ousted Venezuelan President Nicholas Maduro. Yes, he is on his way there to the New York City courtroom, and that does appear to be him. He is going to be lifted into that helicopter that is there stationed at the prison, where he will be appearing before a judge at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is noon today. Cameras are not allowed inside the courtroom, but as you just saw, reporters are there standing by to let us know what happened inside. Now, before his capture, Maduro and his allies claimed U.S. hostility was motivated by lust for Venezuela's rich oil and mineral resources. This I'm also attributing to reporting courtesy of the Associated Press.
Am I mistaken when they said that he was over there talking about, come and get me, I dare you? Anybody know anything about that? I heard that he was saying, I dare you to come and get me. I don't think that was too smart when you see ships all around your location, my friend. I don't think that was too smart. Dustin, guilt by association. Let's keep on moving forward. You talking about his wife? Is that the question that Dustin had? Like, why is she going to jail? Oh yeah, guilty by association. How they say it? If you don't do the crime, if you can do the time, keep your head up. Don't do it. That's right. Keep your eye on the sparrow. See, what happens in these situations is this. Sometimes people get so greedy for power, they forget and they don't think that they can get He lucky they ain't spank him, to tell you the truth, because normally they try to spank you so you ain't got nothing to talk about, so that they don't really want to be bringing no people that can come around talking and all of that like that. That's why he lucky, because when they was walking with him like this, he was like, how you doing? Everything okay? Oh, no problem. Oh yeah, I understand. Let's go. No problem, Poppy. Yeah, I go over here. We take care of the business. No problem. How you doing today? I'm talking about people that were sweeping the floor. He was saying hi to. Hey, how you doing today? Normally he'd probably be acting up in this country. That's right, you guys, but the sad part about it is they're saying that he doesn't understand. I don't think that Maduro really gets it. I don't think he really understands where he is right now. He's still speaking like he's the president. Check this out. Check this out, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on now about what happened in court exactly. Let's break this open. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. Let's get to this news.
Was inside the courthouse for the hearing. He's also an attorney and retired NYPD inspector with a lot of knowledge across the judicial board here on how law enforcement works. Paul, great to have you with us. Your takeaway from what we watched in that courthouse today?
Well, Martha, I think you put your finger right on it. I don't think has entirely got the message that he is no longer the president of Venezuela. In fact, it's one of the things he said in court, and I don't think reality has bitten yet. He said that he is innocent. His demeanor in court was very much still of somebody who considers himself a world leader, so much so that the hearing started with him starting to spout off a little bit to the judge before he was actually asked. And in fact, the judge had to stop him and said, there'll be time for that later, but right now you're not going to do that. The judge took control of the courtroom. So
yeah, buddy, we ain't doing all that around here. I'm the judge. You know what I'm saying? I'm the judge around here. You're going to be quiet until we tell you it. Oh, my God. Now I'm starting to get it. I bet his face said, huh? Get? Uh-oh. It's real around here. Them Fed courts don't play, I'm telling you.
In terms of demeanor, he still is a proud, in his mind, leader of a nation, while as his wife sitting next to him seemed a lot more intimidated,
that's right, J9,
shrunken, and bewildered.
J49.
I don't think yet that Nicholas Maduro realizes quite what the future holds for him.
Yeah, well, now he's back in the holding facility at the correctional facility in Brooklyn, where there have been a sort of notorious crew of inmates over the course of recent history. Ghislaine Maxwell was held there. Let's put it up. Sean Diddy Combs was there. Sam Bankman-Fried, Luigi Mangione, and now Nicholas Maduro. All have been in this same facility in Brooklyn. They closed down where Epstein was, the Manhattan version of this, after that whole debacle. Give us a sense of what life is like at the Brooklyn facility.
You locked up? What you mean? You locked up, period.
Well, it's not good. I mean, first of all, they're holding more prisoners than the place was designed for. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can take Ghislaine Maxwell's, because while everybody thought, okay, she's just being a diva, she actually listed some of the depredations of the place, and she's probably right. It's overcrowded, it's old. There's a reason that they're redoing the one in Manhattan here behind me. So yeah, he's not staying in the Taj Mahal, but yet, despite having been there already, he doesn't seem to really think that, any of this is going to affect him or intimidate him. And he does seem to be defiant and ready to fight.
All right, y'all. We're going to see what happens to Maduro now that we have him on American soil. Again, what do you guys think about this situation? Now, who's running the country now that Maduro is here? Good question. You guys are so smart. I love it. I love it. And guess what? We're going to get into that soon. Let's get into the next topic because we can't stay on one topic this long. But you know what? Let's see what the people are saying, because I've heard from many, like, let's say, many politicians who are actually giving major pushback about this. We've got Chuck Schumer. Do we have anything on Chuck Schumer over here where he's talking about it? He's talking about anything? Do we have it? Matter of fact, let's keep on rolling and see what we got in the deck here.
Everyone.
Right here, we got some more information on the ousted Venezuelan leader, Nicholas Maduro. He pleads not guilty. As you guys saw, we had him getting off the plane. Then we had him in court. Now his plea. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You guys appreciate the content. Let's keep on rolling because we got more on the deck about it. Let's go.
I'm Carolyn Johnson. We continue to follow the latest on the capture and extradition of ousted Venezuelan leader Nicholas Maduro. He made his first court appearance in New York today as unrest continues in the capital of Venezuela. NBC4's Darsha Phillips is in our newsroom now tracking the latest for us. Darsha.
They say that there's a lot of powing going on over there, and America's not taking any responsibility for anything that's going on right now. That's what's going on in Venezuela as far as the streets. I don't know about the politics, but we also should have something on that as well.
Carolyn, there have been reports of gunfire in the capital of Venezuela. White House officials say they are closely tracking those reports and says the U.S. is not involved in that gunfire. Meantime, congressional leaders emerged from a classified briefing about the operation in Venezuela.
Come on, Chuck.
Lawmakers surface after a more than 2-hour briefing on the U.S. raid in Venezuela that led to the capture of authoritarian leader Nicholas Maduro and his wife. Democrat and Republican leaders appear to be deeply split on the legal and constitutional justifications of the operation and the plan moving forward.
Their plan for your boy had a warrant for years. Whatever you about to say, you about to make yourself sound real dumb.
The U.S. running Venezuela is vague, based on wishful thinking, and unsatisfying. I did not receive any assurances that we would not try to do the same thing in other countries.
The president used his authority under the law. He did so in a way that caused no casualties on the American side, and got the job done with exquisite intelligence and extreme precision that can only be done by the U.S.
Earlier Monday, Maduro and his wife made their first appearance in a New York federal court.
That was her getting off that plane with that Carhartt and that bun. That was her in the front.
Maduro and his wife both pleaded not guilty to federal charges, including conspiracy and drug trafficking. Maduro telling the judge multiple times that he is innocent and being held illegally. He was defiant at times during the hearing, saying at one point, "I am the president of the Republic of Venezuela, and I am here kidnapped since January 3rd, Saturday. I was captured at my home in Caracas, Venezuela." The case features a mountain of evidence accusing Maduro of personally overseeing a criminal enterprise, flooding the U.S. with thousands of tons of illegal drugs, including using the Venezuelan military to protect drug shipments.
Check this out. If you got a $50 million bounty on your head, that means that there's a warrant for your arrest. If they take the time or the attention to go and act that out, okay, they just saved themselves $50 million. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a warrant and you're still not doing what they're accusing you of. So I get where everybody's peed off at, like, oh, he shouldn't have went over there and they just want the oil and all of that. I get it. I get you.
And handing out diplomatic passports to give traffickers immunity.
It's possible to have...
Gerardo Monk, professor of political science and international relations at USC, believes the U.S.'s actions in Venezuela has less to do with drug trafficking and more to do with the U.S. having a stronger and strategic influence in the Western Hemisphere.
There are certain things that were said by President Trump today that, you know, if I can get away with it if it works in Venezuela, I'm going to use the same modus operandi in other countries.
Monk says the world is watching, and most don't like what they're seeing.
Today, President Trump was talking about we need Greenland. and there was a very strong response by the Prime Minister of Denmark. Many countries sort of very sort of worried about how business is being conducted on a global scale.
And Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in as Venezuela's interim president, but
Okay.
President Trump has said that the U.S. is in charge and warned of a second strike in Venezuela if the country refused to cooperate with the U.S.
Oh.
Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Darcia Phillips, NBC4 News.
Yo, did you hear that? Don't try to slip that last part in on us so that we gonna try to slide out with that last part. Oh yeah, by the way, he said if y'all don't listen, it's about to go down again in 2 weeks. Whoa, 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 buddy. Hold on a minute. What did you just say about 2 weeks if we don't cooperate? Oh, man. And then they said that they're going to have something to do with staying in power, so you guys know about that. Every question that you have asked has been answered. Now I want to know what you guys have to say. It's about the mineral rights and nothing else. Venezuela is the new snack. Okay, like, share, and subscribe to become a member. That'll be a fantastic thing for all of you guys to do, especially since we're putting it down the way that we do, giving you guys updated information from all points and making sure that you guys have a fantastic place to have a debate at. That's right, that's our chat with the #1 co-host on YouTube from the 6 o'clock hour until. That's what our bottom line means. Let's keep on moving forward to Miami, because we got a lot of people that's defending the dictator. We got a lot of people that's saying, why did you go over there? We shouldn't be involved. But guess what the Venezuelans are saying? And I love to do it like this. I like doing this all the time. The same way we do with the Epstein victims, because there's so many people saying that we've got to redact the files to make sure that the innocent victims are protected. And then the innocent victims come out and say, hell with all that redacting. Can you just let the files go? So I love to get it from the people. And you know what they say? You got to get the people. You get the people what they want. So we're going to go on over to Miami to see what some true Venezuelans have to say about this, since we all up in people's backyard messing with their pit bull. That's one of my sayings. When somebody get caught up in something that they shouldn't be up in, and they look stupid, I used to say stuff like, homeboy, do me a favor. Why are you all up in my backyard messing with my pit bull? And you're going to get mad when he bites you. That's right. That's my saying. Feel okay with using it, because that's just how it go. You want to sneak over my back fence and mess with my dog? Don't say nothing if he bites you. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. We got to get on over to Venezuelan migrants in Miami who react. And not only did he react, but the reaction was so soulful, this one gentleman's reaction went viral. So Chuck, what do you got to say about this, buddy? Let's go.
Interview that aired only right here on Local 10 during that massive celebration in Doral early Saturday morning after Maduro's capture. Well, it's now being seen by millions across the world.
You look
The
happy
words
to
of
me.
20-year-old Venezuelan immigrant struck a chord, going viral after being shared by President Trump and Elon Musk on social media. Local 10's Gabrielle Arzola live
Wow.
in El Arepaso with more. Gabby.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Yeah, it was an interview I got on a whim right here on Saturday. Little did we know his words on TV would strike a chord with millions online.
Let's get those likes up,
I
y'all.
hope you have your coffee when I tell you this.
It was a video that captured the heart of America.
My chest, it feels like it's gonna explode with joy.
As Venezuelans poured into Doral's unofficial political landmark called El Arepaso,
Yeah, Chuck, they real mad. They real mad about us going to get him.
20-year-old Edgar Rodriguez's voice stood out from the rest.
You, America, has loved us so much. So much. Thank you, America.
His words of gratitude, capturing a moment and feeling that quickly traveled far beyond this gas station. The clip racking up more than 11 million views, spreading even further after President Trump and Elon Musk reposted our live shot to Truth Social and X.
My chest is gonna explode again. I couldn't be happier.
Edgar was born in San Cristobal, Venezuela, into a family of educators. He tells me he shared a small apartment with 12 people, often eating just once a day. When he was 11 years old, his family made the decision to come to South Florida, searching for freedom and a future.
You see why I like listening to people like this? It's all natural. No preservatives. It's all straight up. He was literally about to cry. He said, my heart is about to explode with joy. I want to just capture that feeling right there, because that's a great feeling right there.
And still remembers the moment when life shifted.
Oh, the first thing you saw and gave you the sparkle in your eyes, was it Disney or something along those lines? No. For me, it was going to Publix.
For him, full shelves meant possibility and a responsibility he didn't want to waste. Dual enrollment, AP classes, and a scholarship to the University of Florida, all driven by one thing: remembering where he came from.
I live and breathe the struggles of my people.
So when he walked across the stage, bachelor's degree in hand, he put that purpose on full display, even flashing it on the Jumbotron. Now, as he pursues a career in education, Edgar hopes his words do more than just go viral. He hopes they reflect the heart and soul of Venezuelans across South Florida.
So yes, I know everybody has their opinions on this topic, and I'm just going to say I hope and pray that it benefits the Venezuelan people and they get what they want out of the situation. There may be some oil, you know what I'm saying, that slides to the side or whatever like that. Y'all know it gets a little slippery sometimes. You know, somebody in the chat yesterday said it costs to overthrow a country. You're right, you're so right. Hey, I know what everybody's thinking, but I like to play both sides of the coin. What else do you guys got for me on here? Okay, let's keep on going. How you doing, Sky? Let's get on over to Washington, where law enforcement is investigating the Vice President J.D. Vance's home. We got one person in custody. I don't know what's going on nowadays. I've never heard about anything like this, but nowadays, they're doing like I said, we could just make something up. In a couple of weeks, somebody's going to try to get into J.D. Vance's house. Oh, guess what? Tried to do it. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into it.
Right now, there's a police investigation happening at the local home of Vice President J.D. Vance.
Yeah, we want to get right out to WCPO 9 News reporter Allie Kramer live
Nobody's safe.
From East Walnut Hills this morning. Allie, this is something we all woke up to. What have you learned in the last couple of hours?
And Kristen, even in just the last few minutes, I listened to 911 dispatch between Secret Service and those dispatchers saying that they were investigating what was a possible break-in or maybe a suspicious person. Cincinnati police tell us one person was taken into custody, but back out here live outside of J.D. Vance's home, these two white pillars, everything quiet here. There's always a minivan parked right here blocking the entrance to his driveway. As many of you know, his home sits on William Howard Taft just off of Columbia Parkway. So a busy thoroughfare, but it is pitch black out here. No one walking around or investigating, but we did see that increased police presence and Secret Service presence since about midnight here. Our cameras actually captured Secret Service agents looking around the home, and what looks like in this video you see
Yeah, those windows was broken.
Glass in the windows. We know Vice President Vance was in town in recent days because when he's here, the city of Cincinnati sets up major barricades and street closures that block any routine traffic from getting near his house. Those closures were expected to be in place from December 29th to January 4th, which was yesterday. They have since been lifted, telling us that really, essentially, Vice President Vance is no longer in town. Now, Cincinnati police told us that they
need to get that taken care of quick. Okay, guys, let's get to something that's in our header. Did you know that after all of the problems that's going on in Minneapolis and Minnesota, Waltz says, you know what? I'm giving up. I wash my hands of this. So what we're hearing is that he will no longer be running for re-election due to all of the scandals and the fraud going on in Minnesota. And yes, you in the comments, you're so right. We are the laughing stock of a lot of countries when it comes down to certain things. Right now, it seems like we're trying to get our S together. Hopefully we do. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, if you appreciate the content, hit that notification bell and let everybody know. It lets everybody know when we're on. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Come on, you guys, we're on our way to 70,000 subscribers. And we're not gonna quit. We're not gonna give up. We do this every single day. We get up real early, make sure that we get the best content that we can possibly bring you guys. And all we ask for is let's get those likes up. Let's try to get those numbers up because it helps to get more people over here. I like to explain that as well. Helps to get more people over here. Once YouTube sees you hit that like button, it sends up a notification. People are like, hey, what's going on over there? And the next thing you know, they come and watch the show and they see what's going on and they either stay or they don't. And hopefully they stay. We want to see more people here. We need much more subscribers and members to the channel. But yes, Tampon 10, he said I'm out of here. I'm not running for re-election.
Of St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tim Walz will not seek re-election as governor, and what a fall from grace this has been for him. You might recall in the spring of 2023, he pushed through several progressive ideas to this.
And this fool was trying to be your vice president. Could you imagine what would have happened if they would have won?
State legislature caught the attention of Barack Obama, who went to Twitter to give his endorsement for the programs, which eventually caught the attention of people like Kamala Harris, who chose him to be her running mate as the vice president. Introduced in Chicago at the convention in August of last year, a debate that was an absolute disaster with J.D. Vance at one point called himself a knucklehead, but after reportedly billions of dollars have been stolen from taxpayers by way of the state of Minnesota, Tim Walz says he will not seek a third term.
He won't
What
get
a
reelected
remarkable
anyway.
2 years in the national spotlight has been for him, Dana.
And Walz hit Trump in his announcement. He said Donald Trump and his allies in Washington, in St. Paul, and online want to make our state a colder, meaner place. They want to poison our people against each other by attacking our neighbors. And ultimately, they want to take away much of what makes Minnesota the best place in America to raise a family. Now,
All right, y'all, we got more. I understand what's going on with that. We already got to our bottom line on that topic. He does not feel like he wants to be reelected or get reelected even if he runs. And I guess you know what? He's going to take his basketball and go home. You know what? I'm out of here, fellas. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Washington with some real new information that you guys may be interested in is happening. We got a judge that allows Trump administration to now share Medicaid participant information with doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get him! That's right. They're sharing that information. So if you're on Medicaid, it's possible that they know your information, at least where you live at and where you're receiving your paperwork at. Check this out, you guys. Let me start this from the top because I want to make sure we get everything, and let's get it.
All right, so let's go back to this story. President Donald Trump's push for his immigration policy as he promised on the campaign trail. Here is a change. Immigration and Customs Enforcement can now tap into Medicaid participant information to help try to track down undocumented immigrants.
Thank you, Andromeda, oh, what's that? That's Medina. I'm sorry, that's Medina. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You're balling because you ain't nobody else looking out for your boy. I appreciate it though, no doubt. I think your last name was Medina, and I appreciate you guys. Everybody, that's right. Thank the Medina for the $2 super chat. That's right. We accept all of it over here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you guys to get into this one right here, though.
The federal judge in California handed that ruling down. How does it work? Well, it allows that basic biographical location and contact information can be obtained under the law.
Whoa.
So let's talk about this. CBS News, immigration reporter Camila Montoya Galvez watching this one close. So are there any limits to this ruling and how it can be applied?
Yeah. RoboCop head.
Yes, there are, Reed. This is a partial victory for the Trump administration and the president's mass deportation agenda. The federal judge, as you underscored, has allowed officials to share some Medicaid data with ICE for immigration enforcement purposes, meaning efforts to identify, arrest, and ultimately deport people suspected of living in the U.S. illegally. ICE can now receive biographical, contact, and location information from the Medicaid program. That can include the immigration status of individuals, their nationality, their address, phone numbers, and date of birth. The judge, importantly, however, Reed, blocked ICE from having access to a broader set of Medicaid information, including sensitive medical records and data on American citizens and lawful permanent residents. That information sharing, Reed, is still prohibited under that court ruling.
This is the sad part about this situation. That means that even if you're in a sanctuary city or in any city that allowed you to get a benefit card or Medicaid any sort of way, guess what? They know if you're on Medicaid, and they're probably backtracking, trying to find all these addresses and stuff like that. And there may be a lot of knocks on the doors. Yes, I know you guys noticed it right there. That is the human RoboCop. That top of his head looked just like the top of RoboCop's helmet with skin on it. Sorry to say it, they did a little job up there with the little tattoo machine or whatever. I'm not one to talk, but when it gets like that, bro, do what Michael Jackson said and just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Just stop fucking with your line. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know what that was about. Yeah.
It's important to note that generally speaking, immigrants in the U.S. illegally are not eligible for Medicaid, but states are required to provide emergency care to anyone, irrespective of their immigration status. And
all right, bro, we're going to keep on moving forward because I just can't do it. It's either the lift or the helmet top. But I appreciate the content. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you to pay the $3 fare. New York. That's right. They put a dime on it. They put a dime on it. It used to be $2.90, but now as of January 1st, they can just go ahead and say $3 to ride the train. That's right. You want to risk your life? You want to shake your dice? You want to go somewhere, 42nd Street, Times Square, maybe somewhere in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. You're risking it with $3 now, baby. That's right. If you're a New York City resident or a tourist, you will be paying $3 now, which is only $10 more to ride the train, but doesn't mean that you're going to get less crime. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because other rails, like Long Island Railroad, what's the other one? The one that goes, all right, Long Island Railroad, the other ones that go to New Jersey Transit, all of them are taking it in stride, and everybody's raising up the fares right now. So I hope you guys are ready, because here it comes.
More expensive commute this morning.
MTA fare hikes just went into effect over the weekend. Aziza Schuler joins us live from Penn Station with all the details. Aziza.
Good morning, Cindy and Mary. Well, a century ago, you could get around New York City with just a nickel. Now it costs a lot more in 2026, actually 60 times more. It's cost you now $3 for a single ride. That's with the new MTA fare hike that went into effect on Sunday, bringing the fare up 10 cents from $2.90 now to $3 once again. Continue.
And they talking about paying people $15 an hour, right? Let's break down the math on that. Monthly transit train pass, $15 an hour. How many days will go towards those people's transit just getting back and forth to work? We ain't even talking about the lunch money yet. All right, let's keep on moving forward.
Continuing a steady climb from $2.50 in 2015. Boy, do we remember that. Well, for regular riders, that adds up. A weekday round trip commute now runs you about $260 more per year than it did a decade ago. Commuter rail riders are also paying more. Monthly passes on the LIRR and Metro North Railroad increased by up to 4.5%. For example, monthly LIRR passes will be anywhere from $7 to $21 more expensive. Most other tickets rise 8%, and buying a ticket on board now costs you an extra $2. There are policy changes as well. One-way tickets must be used by 4 a.m. the next day. Round-trip tickets are eliminated, and day passes now offer unlimited rides until 4 a.m. the following day. So as the morning commute snaps back to its regular schedule from the holidays, we'll be checking in with New Yorkers to see how much difference a dime will make.
It's not going to make that much a difference because it's only a dime, you're right. But guess what? It was already too much. I remember, and I'm not, you know what? Hell with it, I'm going there. When I was young, I think I remember trains at the lowest ever. The lowest ever, what do I remember? The lowest train fare ever. If I could tell your age. 75 cents. And it was for a token. And that token had a circle in the middle, and it had NYC in it. After that, it had whole perforations in it. After that, it had like a lead piece in that. And then they went to Metro cards. I remember it since 75 cents. So to be paying $3 right now, it's absolutely ludicrous. Let's keep on moving forward, damn it. Let's see what Mayor Mamdami, not easy super cut, not a Mayor Mamdami, not need a not Mayor Mamdami. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to see what Mamdami got going on with these bus rides. He's planning to make the bus service free. Can you go in the train station? I bet if you start going down there messing with, matter of fact, you know what? That gives me an idea. He may have a little bit of pushback now. Because Kathy Joku Hoku, she's all for this train hikes. She's all for the fare extra, the extra money that people are paying with the Easy Pass on 50th and 60th Street. What does the governor have to say about Mamdami now, who's about to try to start some bus services going for free? I don't think she's going to like that too much. Yeah, that's right. Mayor Mamdami's talking about Queens bus riders about plans for free service. I don't get what's going on here.
Donnie is moving full speed ahead with his plans for free bus service. Tonight, he drove the point home by riding the Q70 bus and talking to other riders. The Q70 is...
I don't think he got the memo, because that's still MTA right there. You talking about free. They want $3. How you... Wait a minute. We just raised the fare. You talking about free? Does that mean we may get pushback? We'll see.
The MTA's only free bus right now, offering complimentary service to and from LaGuardia Airport. Mamdani says if you can make free service there, you can make it anywhere.
Oh, you're going to have
so
a problem.
So far, Governor Hochul and MTA Chair Janno Lieber favor expansion of the Fair Fares discount program.
I think what I love about this bus is it shows that the things that we know that every New Yorker deserves, they're not actually the things of fiction or the things of imagination. They actually exist. The question is just at what scale.
Earlier today, Mamdani signed an executive order calling for renter rip-off hearings where tenants will be able to blast their landlords in public. He also named Dina Levy as his housing commissioner.
Oh, God. All right, Mamdami. That's about it for that. I'm tired. I don't know. We're going to see, because already, you heard what I said, right? I said, you know what? I don't think Kathy Hochul is going to like that. And guess what? Right after that, they said they're talking about giving them discounts. That's right, you guys. We're going to let them get a little bit off of it. But you talking about free? What you talking about free? What you talking about free, Mamdami? Ain't going to work around here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know she want her dough. She's already got at least over, what, $180, $190 million off of putting that Easy Pass access over there after 60th Street, which means if you are driving into the city and you pass 59th Street, or if you live in the city and you pass 59th Street to go to 60th Street, I will always keep announcing this. If you got an Easy Pass, it's $9. If you don't have an Easy Pass, it's $14. So if you live in the city and you cross the street with your car, oh, let's drive over here, baby. Got him. That's $9 right there. So I just stood there one day just counting nine. Like how much money they're just making off of this thing right here. But they need money for the train. They need money. They need money. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, I don't know if these guys are going to have such a good synergy when it comes down to Mamdami and Kathy Joku Hochul, because they have a different view when it comes down to transit. So I don't know if this is going to work for Mamdami. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got to get on over to Minnesota to see what's going on with doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. That's right. Get them over there in Minnesota. That's right, you guys. ICE has been deployed for suspects in this fraud. They're still hitting the ground. They're still rolling up on people. They're still running up into different businesses and trying to find out what's going on.
So ICE is now on the ground in Minneapolis conducting a massive investigation into child care and other widespread fraud as DHS and the FBI ramp up a statewide crackdown. Federal prosecutors say that the total fraud in Minnesota could ultimately be more than $9 billion. ICE Director Todd Lyons joins us now.
They rolling on everybody. You see them walking into people's businesses just dropping paperwork down. Like, we gave you money before. We want to see the physical receipts now. And they over there like, abba-dooba baba-beeba. The booba-beeba? Well, you see what happened was we had a break-in yesterday. They took all of the paperwork and our checkbook. Oh yeah, very convenient. Sounds like, well, my dog ate my homework. Ain't nobody stupid. Let's go, y'all.
Mr. Director, thanks so much for joining the program. I want to bring your attention to this. This is a stat that we got from the Attorney General. 98 individuals were charged. 85 of those charged are of Somali descent. And we know that some of this money was going to terrorism and, of course, criminal activity. What can you tell us about what you're learning on the ground there?
Hey, Lawrence, good seeing you. Yeah, so ICE has been on the ground in Minnesota for a while now looking at these fraud claims. And one thing now the Homeland Security Investigation Special Agents are looking into is just that you said, that money trail, where this money is going to foreign aid. Obviously looking at any type of links to any criminal activity, obviously terrorism activity, and one thing you will see is that ICE is actually out there going with criminal warrants to conduct these investigations. So all too often you hear that ICE is just out there terrorizing the community or conducting administrative work. We've been on the ground in Minnesota conducting criminal investigations, and Homeland Security investigations has gone door to door.
I think this is the real reason why Tim Walz is not running for re-election. I don't think that they would re-elect him or support him in his certain position.
A lot of these suspected fraud sites all over St. Paul and Minnesota, and we're learning a lot.
Mr. Director, this is what the governor is saying in response to this in a statement. The governor has worked for years to crack down on fraud and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action. He has strengthened oversight, Governor Tim Walz, spokesperson. But they hadn't been
I know you're not talking to me talking about go back to Zamunda.
aggressive. And it wasn't until your leadership, as well as the president's leadership, that you guys start serving these criminal warrants. So who dropped the ball here?
Lawrence, what we're seeing is there's always a tide when it comes to sanctuary jurisdictions where you can hide in plain sight. You see a lot of these fraudsters use a lot of the sanctuary rules and sanctuary protections to, enact a criminal fraud just like this. Secretary Noem has had us up in Minnesota. We had Operation Twin Shields with the FBI, CIS, and Homeland Security investigations. We were in September and November. We've been on the ground for so long looking into these states that are conducting these type of material fraud. And when Homeland Security investigations goes into these businesses, there is criminal activity when it comes to labor trafficking, child trafficking, human exploitation, and that's what we're looking at up there.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to hear that part. That's why I let that go, because it's not just about get them. It's not just about doom, 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 doom. Watch your head. You know what I really like is when they say we got a child predator off the streets, or we got somebody that probably was driving a DUI, like that last person that hurt that killed the mother and daughter that were driving their vehicle, like people that set people on Phil's Nair on the train in New York. Like, you guys got to really realize it's not just about abuela and your uncles and those people and the good people who actually probably started businesses here. It's the bad guys we really need to get out of here, because they're starting real major damage when it comes down to our people. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because I know you guys want to get some more information on Epstein. Let's get on over to some file drop information. It's Monday, or it's Tuesday. They should be back. It's time to go ahead and see what's going on. We should continue to peel the layers back of this onion that's called the Jeffrey Epstein files, right? So I say that because got a new clip here. I want you guys to see that links Melania Trump and a controversial director. As you know, Miss President Melania Trump has a movie, and she used the photographer / director, and the director is someone that was on the list when it came down to Jeffrey Epstein, and involved with one fashion designer who actually was being investigated and took his own life while he was being investigated. So this is something that probably she should have did a little bit more homework on as far as hiring this person, but let's get into it, you guys. We're talking about Brett Ratner. Let's go into it. Let's get on over to Washington about this right here. We got the Epstein files that have been reopened, dark Hollywood links. Melania is director named in the Epstein release. This is the movie that she's just put out, and this is the director that was the director for the film. His name is Brett Ratner. Also, you guys know what you can do. You can pay attention to the noises and the suggestions that are going on in this video, which say subscribe. Ding, 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 ding. Feel free to follow up with those sounds and everything. Newly released Epstein documents have triggered fresh scrutiny into powerful figures linked to the inner circle. Suspect, I'm sorry, because that was just super suspect. Let me get that from the top so I don't miss it. All right, let's go. Super suspect right here. When a man hugs you at the waistline, it's super suspect. With no shirt on? Yeah, what's going on with y'all? A photo showing Brett Ratner embracing Jean-Luc Brunel has drawn global attention and renewed outrage. The Justice Department release offered no details on when or where the controversial photo was taken. Jean-Luc Brunel later died by suicide while facing charges of real-naping a minor in France. Shouldn't have said that other word, I'm sorry. Yeah, they were real cool. Jouffret alleged she was forced into sexual encounters with Brunel while still a minor. If you guys see right there, that's Ghislaine Maxwell. And Jouffret, that's Virginia Jouffret from Nobody's Girl, the book. You know who I'm talking about? Jouffret alleged she was forced into sexual encounters with Brunel while still a minor. Brett Ratner has faced multiple sexual assault allegations from well-known actors over several years. Wow, didn't know that, Brett. The photo has resurfaced debates how accountability within Hollywood and elite social circles. Ratner is directing a new documentary focused on Melania Trump's path to the White House. The Melania film is Ratner's first directorial project since stepping back from filmmaking. What do you guys think about that? To me personally, I think she could have avoided anything that happened to do with that situation by getting another director. There's a bunch of them out there. What do you guys think? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to No Point Obscure. That big clip isn't about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein did not pow himself. That's right, you guys. We got friends of the family. We got lawyers. We've got reporters that actually were part of breaking the Jeffrey Epstein story years ago. Let's get into it, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We are right on the cusp of every single thing that's happening. We already did Maduro. We already taken care of already tariffs and stuff like that. We already did some politics. Let's get into some other news right now. Let's keep on moving forward with this Jeffrey Epstein stuff right here. This here, I think, is very important because once you start to hear from people that were involved in the situation, like reporters that were there at the time, it outweighs the redacted files. They can say much more, give you an idea what the sense was or how the feeling was in the room, how that person was, because they're still alive to explain it. This person knew Jeffrey Epstein. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Not only wasn't fully investigated, but the way that it was investigated was so incredibly slipshod that you have to wonder if they really were already convinced it was a suicide in their minds. So there was no need to investigate the possibility of anything else. And I've interviewed the forensic pathologist that was at the autopsy, the one that his brother hired, who I've done a lot of work with in my previous reporting about. I covered Florida prisons for many, many years. So
Her name is Julie K. Brown.
I know the way that deaths happen in prison, deaths as in murders happen in prison. And he has quite a lot of experience in those kinds of cases too. And he doesn't believe a lot of reasons that it was a suicide. And I actually don't believe it was a suicide because it was too soon for, I think, Epstein to give up. He had been only in jail for a month, and he had a good chance of, I think he had a shot anyway at getting out.
So now, also, all right, let's
Because the information that the SDNY had at that time were from victims in Florida, and his lawyers were going to argue that they would have been covered by that immunity deal that he made in Florida. So
Right.
they had a good, platform there to start with to get him off.
So they basically was trying to say that he did not off himself. Her name again is Julie K. Brown. She's been around for a while investigating Jeffrey Epstein as well as many other people. We have more people like this reporter I'm about to show you right now who speaks about Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and brings you guys up to speed. Tina Brown and Ghislaine Maxwell, the royals and worst people in the media right now. But this question isn't about that. It's a different question that she's about to ask right now. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen because we're about to get into some, you know how we go into the investigative for a little while? Let's stay around here for a little while, see what we got for you.
To your early career a little later, but you are actually an authority on some pretty current things that are happening that actually had their roots in that era of the 80s and the 90s. And one of them, of course, is Jeffrey Epstein. You knew Jeffrey Epstein. You knew Ghislaine Maxwell socially. In your book, The Palace Papers, you described her as omnipresent in the social scene. She was always at book launches and cocktail parties. How did you understand their relationship? Was it love? Was it money? Was it both?
Well, I mean, I didn't understand their relationship at the time because you never saw Epstein with her, actually. When Ghislaine was kind of working the scene, I think Epstein was slightly in her rearview mirror when I knew her. I didn't really know about that background with Epstein until, I read about it later. I think that she was an abused figure herself, actually. I mean, her father, Robert Maxwell, was a really terrible, tyrannical guy and a press baron at the time and a crook. He also, very ironically for her, in terms of her life story, he also died mysteriously in a suicide, or was it a murder, when he went over the side of his boat, having robbed the pension fund. So he was a crook, the father, but he was a crook that was the king of the world for a time. So she was raised, in that atmosphere of the glorious press baron, only to find that, in fact, he was a crook. So she had that sort of trauma. But I also had this great sort of story in my book, which I found when I was reporting the Palace Papers, that she took somebody up to her room when she was a little girl to show her room. And she said, and all the brushes were like, her hairbrushes were laid out on the counter. And she said, oh yes, she said, those are my hairbrushes. Daddy lets me choose one when he wants to beat me. He was sort of asking her to curate her own punishment for him to use. So that, I think, is at the core of it, that her father was this really terrible person. But I think with Epstein, she was mad about him. I think she was crazy about Epstein. And the only way she felt she could sort of get into his sort of good graces, if you like, was to sort of participate in, and in the end, curate his abuse of young women. And
they say hurt people, and it makes a lot of sense. From her father bringing her in, I've done all this homework from everything that she just said. It makes total sense. And if she really wanted to kiss up to Epstein to probably keep that money train coming in, because she definitely needed funding. You see, Fergie was trying to ask him for money. Power, it's the root of all evil, especially if you need it. So yeah, let's keep Epstein happy. I'm already infatuated by him because of his riches and everything. So I'm going to bring him whatever he needs or whatever he wants. And she decided she was going to participate in those actions, is what we already have documented, and so many different witnesses' accounts, you guys. So yes, this is a little bit of in-depth information and history about Ghislaine. And not only that, it gives you an idea of how she was brought up. Her father used to give her a choice of what brush to get beat with. I mean, you feel bad for a child at that point when you hear something like that. What sort of things was she brought up in? You know, it's terrible.
You know, one thing I really strongly feel now is that there's a kind of sense that Ghislaine was his sort of procurer. Okay, that's bad enough. But actually, when you read the new recent book by Virginia Giuffre, who, of course, was the sex slave of Epstein, it's so clear that, you know, she wasn't just a procurer, if that's bad enough, but she was a real participant in the sexual abuse. I mean, she joined in the threesomes and, you know, hurting the girls during sexual, you know, activities. And she wasn't just a stand-in for Epstein. She was, as I think Virginia says, you know, they were twin halves of the same evil. And I think that...
Yep. All right. Want to give the credit right now to The Interview and two more. Tina Brown and Ghislaine Maxwell, the royals and the worst people in media right now. Yeah, it's in depth. If you guys, you know, anytime I can find information like this, especially when it comes from a witness account, person that was involved, elderly person that was around during the time that can at least give me the feel of what was going on, we're going to try to take as much information as we can because that's what we do at Our Bottom Line. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. If you have not already become a member, I don't know what you're waiting on. Come on now, give me all the money in your pockets. I know, give it up right now. I'm just kidding because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I'm not going to try to hit your pockets up too much. I'm not going to hit your pockets up too much. But what I would appreciate is can we get the likes up? Because it just brings so much more people over here. Subscribe to the channel. Please become a member if you guys appreciate the content. And we got to keep on going because this is something that you rarely see. Prince Williams arrives in a red cap and a red cape. Is he getting ready for something that we don't know about, you guys? Let me know what you think about this situation because we've got the security, we got the police and everybody getting ready. But look at this one gentleman back there walking in that red. What's going on with them? What's going on here?
This looks like it's here. This is a maximum of 100 kilograms. That's a slap because I'm holding on to 160 kilograms.
So yeah, it's cordoned off.
Bro, they're blocking all the roads to get...
Blocked all the roads.
They're... Come on, hold on, look at the parade.
Here come the Range Rovers.
Yeah. Look, Uncle. Holy not, this guy said it was all... Oh man, look. There's something important that he has to put on today. Holy. But Prince William is also there. Bro. He greeted me, bro. Bro.
He said he greeted me, bro.
Bro, you realize why William scored a goal? Why did I see you? I scored a goal.
He said I scored a goal.
Long ago. I scored it with my hand. Good one. That's good.
He's gonna be a good kid.
Madonna, look at that Madonna. What a halo. With this cat and bell.
On the low, he's getting ready to take over, you guys. He's getting ready to take over. They're understanding about Charles's condition right now with the diagnosis that he just got. Another reason why Harry's come home to try to, you know, smooth out things.
Coming, the bomb that's behind him. Oh my God, always strong.
So yeah, you guys, it's a whole nother reason why Andrew can't be around during these times with the change of the guard. That's right, you guys, about to be a change of the guard right now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Diamond, who cares? Thank you, Liberty and Justice. They can't. Desmond, what you guys praying for right now? Why was Tom Alexander allowed to return home after being arrested in the U.S. for child? I don't know. We're going to keep on moving forward. Now look into that. Thank you. Also, we got to get on over to Paris. How many people know about the Candace Owens? What's her name? Candace? Is her name Candace Owens? She's got a problem going on with the president of France right now, as well as the president's wife. And I don't know if her fight's going to stand up in court because guess what? The people who actually started this campaign against the president's wife, they just got convicted. Yeah, 10 people. They convicted 10 people in the cyberbullying, and this France's first lady. What does this mean for Candace Owens? Because she was also saying that the first lady is a first man. Said that it was Trojan man. Said that it wasn't the first lady, it was the first man. So now what's going to happen now that this judge has sentenced these people in France for saying this? And I don't know, I hope Candace wasn't using their words as proof. Because let's get into it, you guys. Let's go.
Paris court has found 10 people guilty of cyberbullying French First Lady Brigitte Macron, including through allegations she was born a man.
That's right, you guys. Brigitte Macron. That's what they were saying, was born a man. I mean, I can't lie and say that she don't look like Cornelius from the Planet of the Apes. Excuse me, allegedly. Actually, she looked more like the light-skinned Planet of the Apes. Anyway, right? Yes, I don't want to get in no trouble with this lady. Candace already dealing with enough by herself. But she does have a particular sort of overbite. Kind of Cornelius-ish. That I would think is little, you know, little apish, allegedly. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let me let them tell it, because I'm not trying to get sued and get in no trouble like these fools for cyberbullying.
They were accused of spreading false online claims about Brigitte Macron's gender and sexuality. The court said those comments were particularly degrading, insulting, and malicious. One defendant was sentenced to 6 months in prison. 8 others were handed suspended sentences. All 10 were mandated to attend cyberbullying awareness training.
They all waiting to get their sentence outside. Look, they all got jammed up messing around with Cornelius. Leave that lady alone. Well, I guess they're lady now. Go in and get your sentence. Come on. Yep, go get what you got to get. So these are the people that were caught up in the cyberbullying situation.
Brigitte Macron did not attend the trial, but she said in a recent interview she wanted to set an example in the fight against harassment. The case follows years of conspiracy theories targeting the French First Lady. The Macrons have also filed a defamation suit in the US against conservative influencer Candace Owens.
Okay, you know I froze it for purpose. Now you put the Planet of the Apes monger next to the face, look just like it. Just take off that bouffant hair, straight up and down, look just like Cornelius.
On le voit lui aussi. Oui, on le voit. L'espèce qui disparaît, c'est la mort de tellement d'autres espèces. Faut faire très attention. Et là maintenant, je pense qu'ils sont tirés d'affaire.
I know you ain't at no animal encampment looking at. All right, y'all. So she won the case, and as you, I love to try to break it first. I love to break it first because I figured to myself, I said, you know what? Once they get in trouble over there, it's gonna come down for Candace because now the judge in the states are gonna probably not refer to that, but they're not gonna have too much merit if they see that the main people out there that were actually making these first accounts didn't win. And guess what? Yeah, that could be a situation where she may get sued or whatever. I don't think they're going to give her no jail time, but she's definitely going to have to deal with a penalty. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's try to stay around the world news. Make sure that we stand on point. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Let's get up to 70,000 subscribers together and continue on to 100. Let's go ahead, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Air Force One. You know I got some more information from our President Donald Trump. He says he doesn't believe when Russia claims that Ukraine attacked, Vladimir Putin's home. Trump says he does not believe those accounts. Check this out.
You said that you were very angry.
Got a lot of questions.
I do.
Tell them who you were. Go ahead.
I'm with News Nation. My name's Libby D. So you said that you were really very angry with Ukrainian President Zelensky if he was the one who conducted that strike on Putin's residence.
I don't believe that strike happened.
Right. So Putin had said in that phone call to you that that strike happened. You came out and said that, and you believed Putin. There was some criticism.
There is something that happened fairly nearby, but had nothing to do with this.
Why did you believe Putin in that moment and then go say that about Ukraine?
Because nobody knew at that moment. I mean, that was the first I heard about it.
So why not?
He said that his house was attacked. We don't believe that happened, now that we've been able to check.
Yeah.
But that was the first we ever heard about it. We just hope that Russia and Ukraine get it settled.
Amen.
It's costing us nothing. In fact, we make money because unlike Biden gave $350 billion, gave it away. Now, I got a lot of it back because we did a rare earth deal, going into rare earth. And we're going to get a lot of that money back, maybe all of the money, maybe more than all of the money. But we get paid now whenever we send anything, they pay. So this isn't an economic thing for us. This is a soul. This is a situation where on average 25,000 souls, 25,000 soldiers mostly, and some people from Kiev and different cities, but a very small number by comparison. But 25,000 to 30,000 soldiers are being killed every single month. And they're not from America, they're from Russia, and they're from Ukraine. And if I can get it stopped, I'd like to get it stopped. And I think we will. Thank you very much.
Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now Texas is going to be working with doom 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 doom. ICE. That's right, you guys. They're working with ICE. Texas, the Lone Star State, has stepped up and said, you know what? Instead of being like those other states, we're going to be rocking with you. Come on in. Let's get them out of here. Texas ain't playing, y'all. Check this out.
Now, as we head into the new year, several new Texas laws are going into effect, including some that could change how law enforcement and government use technology.
Yeah, KJ11's Jalissa Garza is in the newsroom this morning to break it all down for us. Jalissa, what's the big picture here?
Hey, Ugochi and Alona, good morning. Well, each year new laws go into effect, and this year some of them could have a big impact. The big picture is that Texas is expanding some enforcement efforts while at the same time putting new guardrails on how technology can be used by government and businesses. Two new laws taking effect on January 1st really show that shift. Now let's break them down. One of them is Senate Bill 8, which requires most Texas sheriffs who run county jails to formalize cooperation with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Counties can apply for state grants ranging from $80,000 to $140,000 depending on population.
Let me read that real quick. They require sheriffs to cooperate with ICE. That means that if someone's about to be arrested and they're not supposed to be here, they have to contact ICE now. And guess what? Watch your head. You might get deported. 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 Sad to say it, yeah. If they're cooperating with ICE now, they're going to hand you over.
Supporters say the law is about public safety, while opponents warn it could increase racial profiling and impact both immigrants and U.S. citizens. Now,
shout out to all the new subscribers in the building. Thank you so much to, who's that? White Oak 6408. Everybody in the building, do me a favor and say what's up to White Oak. Are we starting over with the video? No, we're not. We're going to keep on moving forward because we got more to get into, you guys. We can't just stay on that. We got so much more in the clip. We give what we get and we just keep on moving forward. And I appreciate if you guys can make sure that you're commenting, staying on topic, letting me know where you're chiming in from, because I love to get content from where you're from as well. Come on, y'all. We got to get on over to Harrisburg. Imagine if you, and this is why we got to keep moving, because we got some very important stories to cover. Check this out. You probably heard somebody say, I got arrested, but I didn't do it. You never heard somebody say, I got life in prison and I didn't do it. And the person that actually did it is admitting to the crime. This guy has already did his time on that crime, is out free, driving a car, but the person that says, I ain't have nothing to do with it, and the person that actually said that he did it, that he wasn't with him or have nothing to do with it, they're not even listening to him. Why? Because he was a minor at that time. This story is crazy. They're still trying to work on getting this person out of prison, but I want you guys to see what can happen in a mix-up. that could probably cost somebody the majority of their life. If it
Harrisburg
happens like this.
homicide case from more than 20 years ago is now back in the spotlight after those involved in that same crime say the justice system made a mistake. 2 people were charged and sentenced in the murder, but now one man says he was the only person responsible. CBS 21's Alex Thill spoke with that man and also the Dauphin County District Attorney.
I'm outside the Dauphin County Courthouse where in 2002, Troy Steinberger and Justin Robertson were sentenced to life in prison. Now Robertson is out and says he's the sole person responsible for the crime, but officials with the legal system tell me that's not what was said under oath.
I'll go to my grave knowing that my son didn't do it.
According to the affidavits from 2002, Steinberger, who was 21 at the time, and Robertson, who was just 16 years old, conspired to kill Green on August 31st, 2002. But Robertson was resentenced after a state Supreme Court ruling that said it's unconstitutional to sentence minors to life in prison.
I shot him. I did it. Nobody else did it. I didn't talk to nobody before I did it, so I couldn't conspire with nobody to do it.
Robertson told me this all started with the murder of one of his other friends, who was killed trying to save Green's life. Robertson said he was attending the memorial of that friend when Green walked by. Robertson said he asked Green to pay his respects, but when he didn't...
I didn't even know I was going to do it until that moment came, and I followed him into the alleyway. I didn't say anything. When he turned around, I just shot him.
In the initial hearing, Robertson and Steinberger both pled not guilty. But in 2022, Robertson says he, quote, told the truth, both at his resentencing and at a meeting with District Attorney Fran Chardo.
And at this meeting, I took responsibility for it. And I told him the same thing I'm telling you right now, that I didn't even know I was going to do it. I did it. I had tunnel vision. I told him completely 1,000 times, your witnesses said that his gun, that he was there, he had a gun in his gun jam. I don't know nothing about that. I didn't see him there with no gun and no gun jam. I relayed this to Chardo.
Can you imagine this now? This guy said, I don't even know this person right here. I don't even know what y'all talking about. The only reason why you guys, he said something to the avail of all of his statements, that certain parts of his statement that they took out. I want you guys to hear what the DA has to say about this part right here now. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. This story is pretty crazy. Check this out. So this is going to be the DA watching him say this on video.
Yeah, I relayed this to Chardo in the office, and then I relayed it again on the stand at my resentencing hearing.
District Attorney Chardo tells me that's simply not true and read me part of the transcripts from the resentencing.
You admitted that you were responsible for the murder, but one of the factors that can be considered is the influence of others. Answer, yes, sir. Because you did not act alone, right? Answer, yes, sir. And the 2 of you then went after Lawrence Green, and both of you tried to fire. Answer, I believe that I fired first. So when I fired, I don't know. Through the testimony of others, I heard that he said his gun jammed.
Robertson claims he recently went to the courthouse to get the transcripts.
And now I'm reading it, and nothing that I said is in this transcript. So when I repeated this thing over numerous times in my closing statement, throughout the testimony that I was given, y'all just muted it and took it out?
Do you think these claims by Robertson would factor into any sort of appeal?
A judge is going to have to make that decision, but no, I don't, because he swore under oath that it wasn't true, and now he's changed his mind after he's been released.
Steinberger's mother tells me she'll never stop fighting for her son's freedom. But do you believe that your son was involved in any way?
No. I want to see my son. I want to be able to hug him before I die.
I asked District Attorney Chardo what it would take for Steinberger to get a new trial. He tells me there would have to be new physical proof of innocence. He says that in 2002, Steinberger did present an alibi, but that the jury, quote, did not believe it. But Chardo says he's always willing to look at new evidence for a case. In Dauphin County, I'm Alex Thill, CBS 21 News.
A Harrisburg homicide case from more than 20...
That's pretty hard right there, you guys. How many of you guys... I want to know. Let's do a poll real quick. How many of you guys believe this guy? Thumbs up if you believe him. How many people don't believe him? Thumbs down if you do not believe this guy's story and you think he may be trying to invent this story to get his buddy out at this point. If you agree and you believe the story, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Could be a grift, okay? Good morning from Puerto Rico. I served in the Navy, a lot of good men and women from there. Okay. We got a lot of thumbs up. That freedom is not technically, he was there and for the Erder. I really don't know. Yeah, got some thumbs up. I don't care. Need more info. You're right about that. I don't know. Need more info. Okay, you're right. A lot of people with thumbs up on this one. Liberty and justice, you said you're not sure, huh? Terry, not sure. Couple of people not sure in this situation. Okay, Minnesota's in the house. What's going on, Minnesota? I think it needs to be investigated further. I agree with you, Dapple. I totally agree with you. Let's keep on moving forward, and thank you guys for always staying on point. Now, could you go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't hit it already? Double tap that screen and go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel already, what are you waiting for? Let's get on over to Henderson in Las Vegas. We got a suspect that stole a front loader. I always was scared about stuff like this because I used to do stuff like this on Grand Theft Auto. I said, you know what? Let me go get a big old construction truck and just have fun. Hell with the missions. You know you've done it before. You've done all types of stuff on Grand Theft if you played that game before, especially if you've been around since GTA 2. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, we got this guy in Henderson. He took it upon himself. He thought it was okay to go ahead and get inside of a front loader and start running over some, popo. Let's get into it, you guys. This is pretty crazy right here. Let's go.
Most local news. This is 8 News Now. Live. Local now.
What's up, Camden?
A stolen construction vehicle leads to a police shooting in Henderson. Thank you so much for joining us here for 8 News Now at 5. I'm Sasha Loftus. This all happened near Boulder Highway and Water Street. 8 News Now reporter Jessamine Wolk joins us live in that area tonight with more on what we know. Jessamine.
Crazy. Straight up Grand Theft Auto.
Sasha, police say they got the call around 9 a.m. about a stolen vehicle. That vehicle ended up being a front loader construction vehicle. Now, police say when they arrived, a man was driving that front loader. Now, according to police, officers went to approach him and he attempted to run them over. Captain Avon Tillman says the man even hit 2 police cars that ended up lodged underneath the construction vehicle.
The driver of the construction vehicle attempted to run over the officer numerous times. The driver of the construction vehicle then rammed 2 patrol vehicles, which resulted in an officer-involved shooting.
Now, in this situation, there is no double tap R1, round and round, and then hit and revise yourself. No, this is not Grand Theft, you guys, and you can't put on a cheat code. This is real life. Let's keep on moving, y'all.
And according to police, 2 officers shot at the man, hitting him twice, once in his arm and once in his leg. That man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 2 officers were also injured and taken to the hospital, but those injuries are also not life-threatening.
I don't know how many of you guys ever, let us say this part right here.
Now, we don't know yet the man's identity or the identities of the officers involved, and this is an ongoing investigation. Reporting live from Henderson.
Yeah, he got pow 2 times though. He got hit twice, once in his leg and once in his shoulder. Like I said, there was no R1, round and round, hit the left back and bring yourself back from hell from that one, buddy. This is real life right here, not Grand Theft Auto. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got this Utah Village trustee that was part owner of a restaurant. He decided to resign after his hoodie came up missing. Yep, his hoodie. Wouldn't you resign if your hoodie came up missing? Well, depending on what was on that hoodie. Let's see, let's get into the details, you guys. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. This is pretty crazy right here. I want you guys to see what's going on with this.
On December 12th, Husby's Food and Spirits employee, Robert Meredith, says he left his Charlie Kirk sweatshirt on a hook at work.
I honestly, I forgot about it, and then somebody had told me, like, hey, where's your hoodie at? And I was like, I don't know, probably at my house. Like, he said, no, it's probably not.
Meredith says he wasn't provided many details, but was told Husby's co-owner, Chad Kadenko, burned his Kirk sweatshirt.
And it was talking politics in a bar, and it led to that, which is never good.
Meredith says politics isn't a normal topic at Husby's, but according to Paul Kwiatkowski, word of the incident spread quickly in Door County.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that was assassinated 16 weeks ago, and his shirt
with that is symbolic of him being burned. Not to mention, it also had an American flag on it. That's going to touch a lot of nerves, I think, in any community.
Kwiatkowski wrote a letter to the Sister Bay Village Board, making sure it was aware of what happened, as Kadenko was a trustee. On Monday, the village announced Kadenko had resigned. Over the weekend, Kadenko apologized on Husby's Facebook page for what he called inappropriate behavior and all the damage it has caused employees, the community, Husby's patrons, and his business partners.
I think it was stupid, and they gave him what he deserved. That's why I'm promoting it, and that's why I'm making sure I let you guys see something like that, because he was a fool for doing that. What if that was a Malcolm X shirt? Or what if that was a Gandhi shirt? Or what if that was a Jesus shirt? What if that was a Santa Maria? You know what I'm trying to say? Don't mess with people for their beliefs, man. And you ain't buy that shirt, you're lucky he ain't crack you in the head. Let's keep on moving forward. Oh, you mess with my hoodie? Yeah, exactly. Don't be messing with people's stuff or whatever. You might not like what people are about, but hey, keep your hands off my because you ain't paid for that. How about let's put that to the bottom line? You ain't paid for it. Now let's get on over to Jacksonville with these owners of a youth dance company get arrested. Woo! All I'm going to say is wood chipper. Wood chipper? Wood chipper. He had a relationship with a 13-year-old boy and got caught in the car with him. Let's go, y'all. You know it's time. We got to put these people on blast. We got to put them on blast, y'all, because more people need to know about these freakazoids. Why? So that we can get more stories about it and see if anybody else has been messed with by this person and hopefully get him locked up for even longer. Straight up and down. These type of people, it's cool to snitch on, y'all. It ain't even called snitching. Check this out. Let's go. I want you guys to see this.
Sheriff's Office records. Victor Crispin Jr., who you see here, remains in jail tonight, accused of having a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old boy.
Now, when you're a dance instructor or like the other guy that was earlier, he was helping them with their motorcycles and their off-board engines and stuff like that, you have a mission, you have a responsibility in the neighborhood. You can't be doing stuff like that. And if you ever get caught, it should not be just jail. Wood chipper, meat grinder on slow.
For months, Crispin was the child's teacher at one point. While researching the case, I learned that Crispin has been to News4Jax in the past. And regarding the criminal charges, Crispin says he's innocent.
This year, I've added a new character that's not in the play last year.
This is Victor Dennis Crispin Jr., the CEO of Johannes Performing Arts Company, promoting a play about a year ago on River City Live. According to this police report, JSO was dispatched to a child's home, who police identify as the victim. That day, the teen boy saw Crispin walking a dog at the boy's apartment complex, and they began talking and went into Crispin's car for privacy. Someone found the teen in Crispin's car and found a police report. The special assault unit was added to the case. Police spoke to the 13-year-old boy who said he was having a sexual relationship with his teacher, the suspect, Victor Crispin Jr., since October 14th, 2025, and that the relationship ended on December 9th, 2025, after the two were seen in the car. According to an interview with police, the teenager told Crispin he had feelings and romantic interest on October 14th. The report states the two talked through an application called Locket Link. Crispin sent...
Nope, we ain't gonna get that out of here without my people knowing what the name of that thing is. Don't just run over stuff. That's like the most important part right there. What the hell is Locket Link? Is it an app? Is it on any one of our friends or our children's phones? What the hell is Locket Link? Locket Link? Locket Link? What the hell is Locket Link? Keep on saying it. What is Locket Link? Okay, now y'all get what I'm saying. Is there more of them on there?
Messages to a female who would then send the messages to the teen boy.
So he was trying to buffer the messages on Locket Link. This is how he was doing it? Okay.
After the two were seen in the car. According to an interview with police, the teenager told Crispin he had feelings and romantic interest on October 14th. The report states the two talked through an application called Locket Link. Crispin sent messages to a female who would then send the messages to the teen boy. The arrest and booking report states the 13-year-old boy and Crispin had sexual incidents in a bathroom, library, and Crispin's car. Police say love letters were found between Crispin and the teen boy. The teen admitted a sexual encounter occurred in the car on December 9th as well. Crispin denied all allegations of sexual abuse toward.
Somebody in the chat said it looked like he got some sugar in his tank. And I believe it. And I don't mean just because you got sugar in your tank that you need to be touching on kids. But that means you got sugar in your tank and that's what you prefer. And you a pedo.
Towards the victim and stated that he was only a mentor to the victim. Crispin was first charged on New Year's Eve 2025 for an authority figure solicits or engages in romantic relations with a student. Since the investigation, he was charged with an authority figure solicits or engage in lewd conduct with a student as well. That happened today. His next court date is set for January 22nd at the Duval County Courthouse. If you know anything about this case, you're asked to please contact JSO.
And if you know any kids that were in this guy's program or anything like that, it might be a rough conversation, but yeah, it might be one that needs to be had. And not only that, why hasn't he already been given the listing to be put out there and to be in the listing, to have his images out there? We've already got some information on the way. He's already found guilty. Let's be 100. If he's already been found guilty, that's right. He needs to be listed as an sexual predator. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yes, I'd appreciate it if we can get some double tap that screen. Let's get more likes up to get more people aware of freakazoids like this. Also, it helps to get the stories out. So just in case somebody that maybe came encounter with Crispin, yeah, can tell on him and find out more information about who else he probably been dealing with. Because I'm sure it's not just this one time with that one child. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want to pray for him. Not him. I want to pray for the child that was dealing with this nasty situation. Also, any other children that may have been affected that we have not heard about yet. And I ask that, Lord, you please help us in determining if there are any more, if that's something that I may ask. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to stay on over in Minnesota, because it seemed like a lot of scamming and cutting throat and stealing from people was going over in Minnesota. We got a mother that's been charged with stealing over $100,000 from her own daughter's softball league. Like, serious? Like, you need it that bad, you got to steal from the kids' softball league? Oh, my God. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into it.
She was trusted to handle the finances of the Plymouth Wayzata Youth Softball Association, but now Kristen Williams is charged with doing the exact opposite. Hennepin County court documents reveal from August 2020 to February 2025, Williams stole $110,000 from the association while serving as its treasurer. The now 52-year-old took on the role in June of 2020 and was responsible for all accounting, bookkeeping, and web-based transactions. She was also the only one with access to the association's online bank account. This Facebook post in August 2020 welcoming Williams as treasurer says she then had 2 daughters playing for the association. It goes on to say, quote, Kristen has worked in finance for over 15 years. She has a passion for sports and girls sports in particular and brings a great perspective to the board in 2 areas she has a lot of experience, finance and softball. The criminal complaint goes on to say that in September 2024, the association was notified by the IRS that it had not filed taxes for 3 years.
Wow.
This, along with Williams failing to pay some vendors and coaches, ultimately led to her removal in early 2025. Court documents say once Williams was removed, the league president reviewed bank account statements and noticed numerous ATM withdrawals that were not approved by the board.
You did not just say that she needed those Taylor Swift tickets. You did not just say that she was trying to get Taylor Swift tickets with this money.
Including at local casinos. The criminal complaint says Williams appeared to conceal her thefts by fraudulently reducing deposit amounts or hiding the stolen money within other payment classifications such as clinic expenses or equipment.
I reached out to Williams today for a response, but did not hear back. The association's board members declined to comment, but they did send me an email that was sent to players' families. It says that the association is fully cooperating with officials and looks forward to the legal process resolving the matter. Jennifer.
Okay, so you didn't hear from some board members, but you talked to some parents, right?
Yeah, I called at least a dozen families on the phone. All of them did refuse an interview for various reasons, but some did share with me just how upset they are about the situation, as you can imagine, Jennifer.
I can imagine.
Yeah, she's been stealing money for a long time. She's probably knows some of the kids, the parents, the team members and stuff like that. And the whole time you just been jacking people. Yeah, lock her up. That's right. I hear people in the comments already. Lock her the MF up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And if you want to keep on getting stories like that, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, become a member, hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. Also, you ain't hit that like button yet to let everybody know what's going on over here. Come on, y'all. Give your boy some likes. Give me some love on that heart right there. What's that? Double tap that 3 dots up there. Make that like pop out. Come on, we got it covered today, you guys. We got to get on over to a fantastic story, which is this UPS driver. He builds a bond with customers and did something really cute that you guys might like. I know Christmas is over, but guess what? We found another beautiful story, and every time I can bring you guys something that's gonna make you feel good, make you smile and feel like there is hope for humanity, I'm gonna do it. Do your boy a favor, let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I want you guys to see what's going on with this, because this is a little bit of hope for humanity right here, in the form of a UPS man and his buddy.
Well, it is truly the busiest time of the year for so many of our delivery drivers and mail employees, as they are working so tirelessly to get you your gifts before Christmas morning.
Yeah, but one UPS driver is going above and beyond the season to fuel the holiday spirit while promoting the real reason for the season. WDSU anchor Randy Russo shares his story of giving on this Christmas Eve.
He may not drive a magical red sleigh, but John Jackson's UPS truck carries a lot of joy. With John, the driving force.
Just trying to make their day by blowing the horn or waving to them and, you know, letting them see the truck. This was great.
The larger-than-life personality in his larger-than-life vehicle, attracting the attention of the smallest of customers, like 3-year-old Chambers.
He'd always hear him pull up in his truck, and my son's always just loved trucks, so he'd come running outside.
Even if I didn't have a delivery for them, if he was outside playing with his mom and dad, he would get excited just by seeing the UPS truck.
But the pair has developed a relationship beyond just the grand entrance.
Immediately, they just became friends after that, you could say, and he's just always excited to see him.
And just in time.
Can you get the likes up for the little guy, for the UPS man and the UPS truck the toy truck that he brought him? Come on, you guys. I know you guys got more love in your heart than that. If you have not hit that like button, it don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. Let's get those numbers up. Let's run it up, you guys, to let everybody know that we still got love in our hearts. Yes, time is over. Christmas is over. But this story right here, it just makes me feel so good to see. And stop with all the racial jokes and stuff like that, because you're going to mess around and Liberty going to get mad at you. And she's already on, she's been acting up this week. Let's go, you guys. Let's hit that like button.
For Christmas, Jackson had a special delivery for his favorite fan, his own UPS truck.
For somebody to do that just out of the kindness of their heart during the busiest time of the year, it's amazing. So, John, you're the man. You're awesome. They need more people like you in the world.
Jackson has a deeper appreciation to be here in this world and in this moment.
I appreciate y'all. You know, God gave me a second chance, and I'm here on this earth for some reason. And I'm still trying to figure it out.
He nearly died 3 years ago after having a major heart attack, a widowmaker that he says should have taken his life.
And it just changed my perspective on life. Every day is a gift to me.
A gift he always hopes to share.
Let's bring it to Mom, man. Hey!
Going the extra mile to make the season more about your presence than the present.
Just to leave a mark here, just to have an impact on somebody's day every day, whether it be a child, an adult, a family, anybody, a stranger, you know? We need that. All right, Taylor, see you, man!
Randy Russo, WDSU News.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
it is.
And that goes to show you. I heard 50 say it one time. This is one of the coolest things I ever heard 50 Cent say. You know, you don't always necessarily have to be a millionaire or a billionaire to be rich. There are people that are rich in friendship. There are people that are rich in their surroundings. There are people that are rich in family, spirit, and so much more, you guys. Don't always worry about being financially set, because you guess what? I bet you that man there feels more richer than any person ever. Because if you take those people away from him and that kid, that won't be good for him. He won't even feel happy about it. He actually needs that job to move forward. That's right. We want to pray for him, and we want to thank him and thank God for saving his life during the time when he had that widowmaker. And it seems like he saved a fantastic person and a good UPS man. Amen. Oh, it ain't over. It ain't over. Thought y'all ain't like the beat. Groove me out. Baby, it ain't over, you guys. You know, I always mess with y'all, and I always got to give you maybe one or two more, especially when I'm already, you know, got to feel it up. I can't forget about this story right here, because this sanitation worker, yes, actually has nothing to do with Christmas. And you guys in the comments that always talking about racial stuff, you know, you probably popped in here today or whatever like that, because our real audience, we don't worry about stuff like that. We don't care about black, white, Chinese, anything like that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. If you're supposed to be owning something, it's yours. If you work for it, that's what you're supposed to have. So all that racial crap, we don't play it. Because like a lot of people say, I got black friends. I got white friends. Some of my best friends are white. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because I want you guys to see this story straight out of Missouri, where this sanitation worker is shocked to see the kind act that was viewed by thousands that also went viral. Want you guys to check this story out right here. Let me see what you guys think about this. Yeah, we're going to keep it on some good stuff. I don't care if anybody's getting at, whoever's feeling like they want to be angry today and try to bring bad feelings in, it ain't going to work. Because we're rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of us and sticks to you. So if you guys want to have a bad day, have that by yourself. But me and my crew, look at that, already smiling. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Missouri, where this sanitation worker is shocked to see the simple kind acts that I just told you guys about.
Like people. Billy Shelby says he was just being his authentic self on Tuesday when a doorbell camera at Opal Zuka's home caught him walking the 88-year-old up her driveway.
It's kind of got to a point where she expects to see me, and I expect to see her.
Billy's been driving garbage trucks for Waste Management for 4 years. His friendship with Opal began in January after he saw her fall in her driveway.
I made it a point to make sure that it wasn't going to happen again, so I started taking her cart back to her house.
It's one of the highlights of his route.
Like that hair, you got it down. I got to work on mine.
The 50-year-old describes his personality as outgoing, but really, Billy just likes to make people laugh.
I believe smiles are contagious. Know what I mean? See?
Hi, Billy. Hey.
I see you. You're hugging like your mother.
Of course.
On Wednesday, he got the chance to meet Opal's children, including Colette, who posted the video of his kind act on Facebook. That video now has tens of thousands of views.
From all of us kids, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Opal was all smiles as Billy laughed and chatted with her family.
I was just trying to take the trash back up there and get my hug.
I was just trying to take the trash up there and get my hug.
That's it.
Billy says he's humbled by the attention the video is getting.
But here it is. I drive a trash truck. That's it. Right? But even with that being said, I can still be the best person I can be. And it can help somebody through that day.
More than anything, he wants this moment to encourage others to simply be nice, something he strives for in every aspect of his life.
I just believe, man, good energy, man. If you give it out, More than likely, that's what you're going to get back.
Now, Billy is a huge Chiefs fan, and it just so happens a former Chiefs player, Tim Grunert, was watching our original story last night. This evening, he surprised Billy with 2 tickets to the Vikings game next month. Opal's daughter is also a season ticket holder and is planning to make sure Billy has the ultimate game experience. Zach Summers, Fox 4 News.
Ain't that nice? Let me tell you something. I don't know what it is. When I see older people, I always look out. I always make sure that I try to take care of them, especially sweet old women like that, because they have a nice smile on them. They always got something nice to say. And you never know, you might find a new friend. You see that, you guys? And guess what? You might be able to also make some money, 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 money if you hit that link in the description, because today we've got up to $550 worth of surveys in the description today. You guys will make some money and I'll make some money too. That's right, up to $550 in the link in the description today. Also, you're trying to promote your business? Come on, you guys, you know what I'm about to say. I need you to send me those promos. Send me those promos. Where? To bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. They have to be, what I'm going to say, in a 1080 by 1080 size frame, because they will not fit in the post notification area. They just won't. I tried to do it myself. I tried to put a thumbnail up there and it was all messed up. Saw part of it. I said, you know what? I got to put this in 1080 by 1080. When I put it in 1080 by 1080, I put it up and boom, it was the right size. Saw every part of the graphic, and that's why I'm telling you guys, if you want to try to get your business promoted, we're here to help you, and you can send over all your promos to us, but it's got to be in 1080 by 1080 because it just will not fit if you don't. Also, that's right, we're not stopping. I can't wait. And February's coming up. We're still in January, but guess what? We got to push through this month, and after that, we're going to be getting to the Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, and it's hosted by your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Y'all see that right there, right? BOOGOTTINYC, also my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. That's my DJ. So when you guys pull up to the events, you got to be 21 and older. Why? Because it's an alcoholic drink. And we're going to be turning up in the event in Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, and Queens, and Staten Island again. So if you guys want to be a part of the talent show where you can make $250 if you win, boom, that's right. And when we get all of the grand finale people together, your one person will be able to make $1,000, you guys. That's right, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. Your boy BOOGOTTINYC, that's me. I'm the host of the event, and we're gonna be going live from all of the events. So you don't have to worry about being in that borough anymore. You can just press that button and request to go live. If you show us your talent and you win, you're gonna win. Boom, that $250. And like I said, after we get everybody together, at least 5 different people, we want them to compete for that grand finale of the $1,000, you guys. That's right. If you want to be a part of that talent show, all you got to do is go to the website, put your email address in the email link on the first page. The website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, or in any thumbnail. All you got to do is hit that QR code right there. It's in every single thumbnail, and you'll be able to go right over to the website. Make sure that you're 21 and older. Put your email address in, and we'll keep you updated on where we're going to be. And that's it, the Show Your Talent Search. That's right, you guys, it's Tuesday. I want you guys to have a fantastic day. I want to make sure that you guys understand that problems present opportunities, and as long as there's going to be a problem, there's going to be an opportunity to try to find a solution. Might sound really easy and well-rounded. It's really a basic sound, but if you really think about it, it actually is true. Yes, solutions are hard to find, but think about it like this. All I got to do is find the solution. And once I get there, I just keep on banging at it, and I'll be able to get over that problem. That's what I mean when I say problems present opportunities, you guys, because I don't want you to walk away and give up. Because sometimes if you perceive through that problem, it'll make you stronger, make you better, may even win some accolades after you get to the other side. The spoils of the problem war. That's right, you guys. Want you guys to have a fantastic day. I got to get some prayers going for my people to make sure that we're covered. I want to pray for security. I want to pray for a fantastic new year and a great day, and that we all have great health. And then stay warm too. Who we praying for this morning? And also, I want to have a special prayer for Rebecca Lanya and Bueno, that your health is up to par and you're feeling fantastic. Everybody else, if you've been going through any ailments, we pray for you directly as well, and we ask God to take away the pain. But also, we want you to do some stuff to make sure you're staying healthy as well. That means diet and taking care of yourself. That's right, you guys. We're praying for Dustin. Want to pray for Audrey. Also got to pray for Jay Cricket and Casey, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno, like I said, Micah, Miss Swanza, you know it. Who's that right there? Kyla Sharp, Summer, Terry, Audrey, Michael. Who else we got? Brian, Jay Cricket, Liberty and Justice, Dustin, Miss Swans. I see you guys. Patrick, who's that? Patrick Farino. And we can't forget about Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Also, want to make sure that everybody's having a fantastic and safe day. Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me for our bottom line on Tuesday with the camera straight and with all the audio and everything good and us finally up to par, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what I'm going to say. Ha ha! Get 'em! Peace. Have a good day, you guys. Y'all stay safe. Peace.